Well, guess who's throwing a tantrum again? This time, the front cat is clogged. This thing has no power. So, I got the workbench cleared off. Things moved around. I just noticed these two are the same color. That thing wants to be a Subaru so bad, it's even got a blown head gasket. So I'm going to get this up in the air, get the exhaust off. I'm limited on time, so I'm going to try to make these videos as condensed as possible. Alright, so I unbolted the cat, and if this thing would focus, that's in there, and I'm not sure what the hell I'm looking at, but let's take that out. Alright, well the cat's, well that's out. It seems this is stuck in here. I think that's when my hammer repeatedly fell on this. Guy in a Mustang's getting it. Okay, well I gotta fix. You mind, dude? Mustang owners, am I right? Just kidding, Mustangs are cool. Alright, so I gotta figure out, wow. I gotta figure out how to take this crap out because it was restricting the hell out of my exhaust. Well, there it is. Whatever it is. I swear this thing was empty when the hammer fell on it. But this is the next problem. There's a gap right there that you could see. I was tempted to fix it today, but the way this fastener looks uneven on both sides, this bolt looks more on each side. I don't think I'm gonna mess with it because the welder ran out of wire, and my original intent was to clean all of this up, separate it. Maybe the hammer would fall on this side too, but I wanted to run a bead along this gap to seal it up because it's clearly been separated. But I'm gonna worry about that on another day because, like I said before, I'm a little limited on time. So I'm gonna get this back in the car and then go from there. So I'm down here putting the manifold on. Almost done. Just got the focus. Got the collector, or gonna connect the mid pipe. And I've still noticed that this thing is still causing problems. So since I'm down here, I'm just gonna cut it to back here because I'm thinking there may be a leak in here somewhere. I don't know. So I'm gonna cut it back to fresh hose, put it back because this thing's making a mess. This stuff was all clean. So now I'm seriously annoyed that I now have to get under here and scrub all this. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna have to call Rob from SBG and see if I could borrow his pressure washer. Car life, am I right? Alright, we are all installed. Let's go for a taste test. Ah, yes. Loud and obnoxious again. Yep. Yep. Sure. Well, let me take it down. I'll go for a spin. Alright, so it's been about a week. I think the exhaust video portion of this video was recorded July 28th. It is now blurry. It's August 8th. Everything was going good until some guy was revving the hell out of his car, until the Subaru decided I needed more to do. So now the back of the car is scraping, and I figured since I'm gonna be back here, can I get to it? The coilovers on the back are blown, so I think I'm gonna use the 3 feet of shade that I have here and probably do it. So gotta go to the store, get brakes, and then we'll get started. Alright, the brakes are bought, but I've noticed something weird with the rear wheel. I've got some weird, it's not really camber, it's more like the bottom side of the tire is popping out. And when I compare it to the driver's side, you don't really see it. So now I'm wondering if the lower arm, which is somewhere you can't see, let's see if I can contrast it. Nope, that's even worse. Can't contrast it. There's a, not that, that's for toe. Just behind this one right here, banana shaped thing for the tie rod, toe, whatever. I think the bushings might be bad or it's bent, which means I should probably look into getting new lower arms to correct that. I'm gonna try correcting the camber. I'll show you guys in a second. I just need to get this thing up in the air so I can at least do the brakes, because I need that first. So I'm gonna get it up in the air, get the wheels off, and I'll bring you back. Just waiting for the coyote now. Damn roadrunners. Alright, so on the previous clip I suspected an arm of being bent. It's this one. So I was looking to see if it had any adjustments here and where it connects back here, but it doesn't. So with the way the wheel was sitting, I may have to do a combination of adjusting the toe and camber at the same time. Hopefully I can bring it in, or I don't know, I'd have to figure it out. But today's issue is brake pads. I think I might just go down the rabbit hole and replace the cartridge inside the coilover on both sides. But for starters, brake pads, bring the camber out a tiny bit, because I know this side was a little in. Maybe that'll help the problem of the wheel looking weird. So you guys know how to do brake pads. You don't have to see me do them. 2 bolts here. Well, if you were in the shot, you'd be able to see. Bolt here, caliper comes out, compress the piston, slowly compress the piston. Look for damage on the brake line, damage on, no, brake hose, brake line. Look for damage on both, check the ABS wire, swap the pads out. You guys know how to do that. But when I do this, I'll bring you back. And I haven't decided if I'm going to change the cartridges, because it's probably like 450,000 degrees here in the desert. So if I knock this out quick and I do this quick, then maybe you and I can have a little date together and just take these bad boys apart and swap them out. What happened here? I didn't do that. Interesting. Why do I always touch stuff? Your hardware can tell you a lot of how things are going. And if this would focus on the correct piece, come on, there we go. I'll put it in the sun, whatever. You can see the top edge from you. The brake pad rusted itself to it. And you can see the bottom half that's reflecting now. You can see where the brake pad had travel. The brake pads confirm it. This still has a lot of material left, and this side was metal to metal. So check your hardware, it'll tell you a lot. And there it is. I just have to torque down the wheels and we're good to go. I decided not to do the coilovers and set the camber because it's really hot. I think it's pushing 110 already, and I don't have anywhere to have shade. So as of right now, brakes are just getting done. And I know at least one of you is gonna comment on, why didn't you just replace the rotors too? Well, I don't care. But I do care, but I don't. The reason I don't is, focus. Thank you. I'm going to be doing a larger brake upgrade from the 4th gen Legacy. So this brake setup is just going to be a backup. So the 4th gen has, what was it, 316 mil rotors, and mine are 274. So it's going to be a big upgrade. So I'm going to get all 4 corners for the 4th gen. So I honestly don't really care about these brakes. So I'll make another video on doing the coilovers. The front ones are good. It's the back ones. And actually, let me show you. From D2, they actually sent me the whole strut cartridge. Let me show you the inside. So this is it. Your adjustment goes in the top. Here's the number. I think these are somewhat universal. I've seen the same part number on multiple stuff. So this is what we're going to be replacing on the next video. But as of right now, the car is unfocused and it's done. I appreciate you guys making it to the end. You know the drill. If you like something, let me know. Like button. If something condemns you to push subscribe, I'd really appreciate that too. I have stuff lined up. I have to put the engine back together for this thing. Not sure what I'm gonna do with that. Trash it? Start the engine and blow it up? But I also have the Ford that I'm going to be reviving. So these 2 trucks I got non-running. So if anybody wants to see a revival on the Toyota or the Ford, let me know. If you guys want me to blow this thing up, I can't really do it legally because smoke and fire department. And anyway, more is going to come on this. I'm talking too much, but you know the drill. If you like something, let me know in the comments. If you disagree with something, also put it in the comments. I'll do my best to read everything. Yeah, listen to me acting like I'm some big YouTuber. But the Legacy's gonna get more love. There's a few things to do. Coilovers, the transcooler lines need to be replaced, and then I can work on one of these, blow that up. I have a 240 and an RX-7 that I can get running. So, alright, see you guys.